Yes, students, we were doing screw gauge and we have taken two lectures. One was about having the parts of a screw gauge that is in front of you, and in the next part, I told you what are the errors in a micrometer reading. Now I will be telling you how to take the measurement with the help of a screw gauge. And for finding the measurement, first of all, when we fix the rod or anything between the anvil and the spindle, and by turning 2-3 times the ratchet, then we will find the reading. For finding the reading, I have shown you the magnified view, and in this, we came to know that the sleeve reading or the main scale reading is 8.5 millimeters and the thimble reading is 0.40 millimeters. And on adding both of these, we get 8.90 millimeters. Now, yeah, what is the measurement of length? First of all, checking zero error. Let's say that you have found out the reading 8.90 in the, like, here in this slide you find out that the reading is 8.90. Now how to apply the zero correction? If there is no zero error, like in this figure, you can see the datum line or the index line zero that is coinciding with the zero of the main scale, then there is no zero error and your observed reading will be your corrected reading. The observed reading will be the corrected reading when there is no zero error. As in the first picture, you can see there is no zero error, so your observed reading would be the corrected reading. So your answer is 8.50 millimeters. But because here no zero correction is required. But now the second case, look at this figure. You can see there is a positive zero error of 0.03 millimeters. Now what is to do is you will get the reading 8.93, because if there is a positive zero error, then with the help of this screw gauge will measure a little more, that is 8.93 instead of 8.90. So what will you do? You will subtract this value 0.03 from this observed reading, because in this case, the observed reading is 8.93 millimeters. That should be 8.90. So how to remove this error? You will subtract 8.93 and 0.03 and you will get the answer 8.90 millimeters. So you come to know that the positive zero error is subtracted from the observed reading. Whatever is the observed reading, the positive zero error is subtracted from it. Now look at the third figure. The third figure is showing a negative zero error of 0.03 millimeters. And there is a minus sign because this minus sign is showing a negative zero error. So what will you do? So what will be the problem here? The observed reading would be equal to 8.87. This would be equal to 8.87 millimeters instead of 8.90 millimeters, because it has measured 0.03 less. Okay, 0.03 millimeters less because of its negative zero error. So what we will do in this 8.87, we will add 0.03 and we will get 8.90 millimeters. So what we have learned, that negative zero error is added to the reading. So our final reading again here is 8.90 millimeters. What I have done, I have in simple words, you can say that I have taken a rod and I have found out the cross section or the thickness of the rod by using 3 screw gauges. Simply, the first screw gauge is having no zero error and it is showing 8.90. the second micrometer screw gauge is having a positive zero error. The positive zero error, if it is having, it will give the reading of the thickness of the same rod equal to 8.93. So I subtracted the zero error, and the same rod I have measured with the help of a screw gauge, which is when it is having a negative zero error, so it will show a less 8.87. Then I will add it and I will get 8.90. Hopefully, you have understood the topic screw gauge very well. This was a little bit, this was having more information, so I divided for your convenience into 3 lectures. Watch the lectures again and again for your better understanding. And inshallah, tomorrow or in the next topic, we will be doing the mass measuring instruments, because today we have completed our length measuring instruments.